Ahead of Republic Day, French President Emmanuel Macron will be in India. He's expected to land in Jaipur at 2:30 p.m. this afternoon. During his stay in the pink city, the French president will visit a few iconic places and also hold a Shobha Yatra with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The roadshow is expected to begin at around 6 p.m. this evening. Later in the day, both leaders will hold a wide range of talks with each other at the luxury hotel Taj Rambagh Palace on all key aspects of bilateral Indo-French ties and various geopolitical upheavals. On 26 January, tomorrow, Macron will be the chief guest at the 75th Republic Day celebrations in New Delhi. He will be the 6th leader from France to grace the prestigious annual extravaganza. My colleague Geeta Mohan, Foreign Affairs editor, is now joining me live on this. Geeta, what more can you tell us about President Macron's itinerary today in Jaipur, his first stop on his India visit?
Well, it is a packed day. In fact, both the days that he's in India for are going to be quite packed, whether it's tomorrow, the 26th of January, Republic Day celebrations in New Delhi, or for that matter, where we are today, over here in Jaipur, Polami. It is going to be a very interesting day for him because the fact that on a very short notice, President Macron had agreed to become the chief guest of the Republic Day function is no small feat for India itself. Goes to show the friendship between India and France, but also more importantly between Prime Minister Modi and President Macron. What we are looking at over here in Jaipur is a very grand welcome. You can see there are banners, posters across the city. And at night when we entered the city was completely lit up in the tricolors of India and France. So a beautifully decked up Jaipur city for President Macron, where he will be landing and going to Amer Fort. He is going to, in fact, hike up the Amer Fort rather than drive up. And then there's a cultural event planned for him over there, after which he is going to be received by Prime Minister Modi at the iconic Jantar Mantar. From Jantar Mantar till Sanganeri Gate, there is a roadshow, a joint roadshow called the Shobha Yatra that has been planned for the two leaders. And there is a stopover at, again, another iconic place, which is Hawa Mahal. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to take him around Jantar Mantar to show him the structures, the features, the architecture. At Jantar Mantar, of course, there's a huge significance for France when it comes to the Jantar Mantar itself, because the ruler Jai Singh had actually sought help from French Jesuits in building in the architectural structure itself of Jantar Mantar. So that's why he's going to take him around, and then the road show, followed by the dinner that Prime Minister Modi is going to host for President Macron at Rambagh Palace. So very interesting, important day for President Macron, where the entire Indian culture, especially when it comes to Rajasthan, will be at display. And he will really have a really nice time with a cultural event at Amer Fort.
Geeta, thank you so much for joining us from Jaipur with all of those live inputs. Geeta will, of course, track that visit as French President Emmanuel Macron lands in India. He is, of course, the Republic Day chief guest this year. He will be arriving in Jaipur later this afternoon. He's expected to visit various tourist spots in the city, as Geeta was telling us, and participate also in a roadshow with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Here's a detailed report.
The big hug in France, the big hug in India. And now the French president is all set to be India's mehman again, this time as chief guest at India's 75th Republic Day parade. Already en route, Emmanuel Macron touches down in Jaipur this afternoon. The Pink City will play host to a Thursday filled with Indian culture for the French leader. After a touchdown briefing at 5:15 p.m, Macron's first stop will be Jaipur's historic Jantar Mantar.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron will be arriving in the Pink City on a state visit. The duo will be, during the high-profile visit, going to 3 historical monuments in Jaipur. They will begin their yatra or the state tour monument-wise from the Jantar Mantar.
From there, Prime Minister Modi will join his guest and they will leave for the historic Hawa Mahal. Both are also likely to visit one of Jaipur's famous handicraft shops and even a chai stall during their tour.
French President as well as the Indian Prime Minister will be visiting the historic Hawa Mahal, where a photo opportunity will be happening. The duo can also visit a shop, a handicraft shop, where the payment could be made digitally to showcase how a digital revolution has taken place in India in the last few years.
Next, they'll stop at the historic Albert Hall Museum.
The duo are scheduled to arrive at the historic Albert Hall in Jaipur. You can see rehearsal being going on, several senior police officers being present right now out here. Thereafter, once the visit to the monuments is over, the duo will be taking part in a state dinner at the lavish Taj Rambagh Hotel in Jaipur.
Following the 2-hour tour, the Indian Prime Minister will host President Macron at a state banquet at the Taj Rambagh Palace Hotel. After dinner, both will depart for Delhi for an early start to be part of India's Republic Day parade. The parade has proud French participation this year, with this French army contingent also marching down Kartavya Path.
We are a troop of 130 people, including the bandmasters. They are from the French colonies and too. We have our own band over here. It's really a great opportunity for being here.
And Macron will also get a chance to see French-supplied Rafale fighters of the Indian Air Force soaring over the parade during the showstopper flypast. As France pips the United States to become India's second-largest supplier of defense equipment, Macron's presence assumes symbolic importance. Close ties, a strategic relationship, and national bonhomie. As India gets to say, Namaste Macron. Bureau Report, India Today.